When speaking of dinosaurs, we often picture vast landscapes of dense forestry and wildlife, where heavy vegetation and monstrosities peaking at 8 stories to the modern low-rise apartment block can be met. Worlds encompassing these traits date back to over 231 million years ago, with proof of their existence only coming in the form of fossilized remains and radiometric rocks. But there may be one last vestige of modern civilization linking us to the dawn of time: the Komodo dragon. Today, we think of the prehistoric period to be the age of the dinosaurs, where one attribute from the lost world ties all loose ends together to sum up its distinction from life today. Dinosaurs are vastly regarded as reptiles, where today the dominant species on the planet are as mammals. Reptiles, dinosaurs, are differentiated from mammals, humans, by this one characteristic: its blood. Dinosaurs are cold-blooded reptilian behemoths, with the fundamental difference being we as humans are warm-blooded and stand at an average of 180 centimeters tall. But before I offer you a glimpse as to how this world can be best represented in the modern day, first take note that the only link to the prehistoric period, known to us today as the Komodo dragon, does not live in an environment which can in any way be replicated characteristically to life 231 million years ago. During the prehistoric period, civilization as we know it began life from humble beginnings. From Neanderthal man to T-Rex, to Triceratops to Longneck, there was a pecking order, a food chain as it were, where the only traces of modern human, Neanderthal man, were the primary hunters relying on their opposable thumbs to hunt and sharpen their tools. And, according to modern study, T-Rex acted as a big brother figure to other dinosaurs being hunted by Neanderthal man, shooing them away in case of an emergency. T-Rex hardly needed to feed and acted more as a scavenger, picking off food from dead carcasses in case there was ever a need to feed themselves or their young. Now, consider that this scenario would roughly be how things went on during these times, where food and the pecking order are the only prerogative, which means to say that dinosaurs, even modern-day dinosaurs, cannot live outside of their habitat. The Komodo dragon, though considered by many intellectual groups to carry the same traits, characteristics, and DNA strand that would otherwise link its ancestors to the prehistoric period, is by default only a very large reptile and not a dinosaur. Still, paleontologists who have been studying dinosaurs for as long as man can remember believe that there is no doubt that Komodo dragon and its DNA strand can be linked to this period in history, making them the only remaining proof of living dinosaurs. Today, the Komodo dragon is often thought of as simply an island lizard, and though the closest living relative to the dinosaurs is in truth only 4 million years old, which in fact is nowhere close to dinosaurs dating back to 231 million years ago, but we can still dream, and so can the scientists. Please read on. The world's largest living lizard, the Komodo dragon, in actuality is quite a mysterious reptile, with very little known about its ancestry. The Varanus komodoensis is one of the most fascinating creatures living in the marshes of the Australian outback. There is a lot missing in our understanding of their natural history, but this much is certain. In its 4 million year natural history, fossils can date its roots and evolution, with natural fossilized evidence, to Australia, Timor, Flores, Java, and India. What makes this reptile's natural history a mystery is that, till this day, no link can be made to the source of its first habitat. Even with proof of these 5 places of origin marked, no connection can be made of its migration patterns. With the nuts and the bolt out of the way, the other big question behind its mystery is met. The question is simply, why did scientists make the association with dinosaurs in the first place? It was previously thought that one of the most direct answers to this riddle is the sheer size of these animals, ranging from 2 to 3 meters in length and 60 to 90 kilograms in weight. These ginormous lizards were first linked to the dinosaurs because of its ability to have survived the changing conditions of our planet, especially dating back to 4 million years ago as first stated. The second and most fundamental reason behind their link is the potential for evolution and growth, where in different conditions are able to exceed the limitations stipulated above. The island lizard of today is known as an island lizard because of their ability to adapt and manipulate their bodies to the changing environment. The Komodo dragon may get bigger than the typical size because of an increase in the reliance of and on lower quality food, and can accommodate the lower quality of food once undertaking a larger frame by shrinking their gut to accommodate the food, and hypothetically can recreate this effect to no end. It would simply take a few million years before they reach the size of a larger reptilian creature, emulating that of a dinosaur, one equitable in size to a sea creature such as the Plesiosaurus, or better known as Nessie in folktale. The only thing left is to hang around to wait for that effect to take place, some 230 million years from today.